thank you very much. Welcome to Too Late. I'm your host, Adam Carolla. Tonight is a very funny comedian. Will be in studio tonight, Jeffrey Ross. Yeah. Got some headlines to get to, but before that, I just want to share a little story. When I was driving into the studio tonight, I was in my car. I guess I'd have to be if I was driving into the studio. It'd be retarded to be pushing my car or on top of my car. But I was in my car, I was driving, and I thought I saw a guy I knew who's a cameraman from the Man Show standing on the corners. I was pulling in a lot. So I gave the guy a wave, and then as I got closer, I realized it wasn't that guy. And the guy gave me like the... I'll raise my hand, but I'm not going to shake it about, you know? And I gave him the, no, you don't. And then I tried to wave off the wave, like, no wave. And he started waving back, and I realized I got to figure out, there needs to be something, because I do the wrong wave all the time, and then you can't take it back. And there's no symbol for taking it back. Like, you can't go. Because that's like, you're giving them like the Soul Brother thing, and this is like way too aggressive, like that you could get shot at. And I realized waving doesn't nullify the wave, and then I think I sort of figured something out. I think that'll wave off the wave. Like let's just say I'm waving at Rockabilly Guy over here with the crazy vagina growing from his chin. Let's just say, no, that's not bad. I wish I had a vagina growing from my chin. It'd be awesome. Yeah. What happened to Curly? Threw his back out again over the weekend. Well, give me a break if you... I don't applaud that. But I realized, like I'll give you the wave, and then you give me that what the f look, and then I'll show you my new move. All right. Hey. You see? No, see, it works. That's the universal wave off. You can just, and it works for the wave, it'll work for the bird, too. Like, you know, sometimes you're driving, and some guy honks at you, and you're like, hey, buddy, eat that. Eat it. And then you look through your rear view and you notice your gas cap's hanging out the thing, and you're like, oh man, I feel like an ass. Which case is, you know. And the guy's like, oh, we're cool. We're cool again. Thank you. So and even sometimes when you think somebody knows you or you know them, but you screw up, you just do a thing and you put your head into the circle and then do the thing. The circle, the thing. All right. In celebrity news, Michael Jackson is going to do, at least he wants to do one of these charity benefit songs. He wants to release a single like We Are the World, in other words, get the all-star lineup together and do it for the relief in New Orleans. And I think we have a clip of We Are the World 20 years ago, by the way. Couple things. First off, there's this guy here. Stop that. Is that Dan Aykroyd? It's really weird. He looks like he sells copier toner for a living. I know he was in the Blues Brothers, so there's like a vague connection between him singing, but at least you got to put the Blues Brothers outfit on, Dan, if you're going to be singing. 20 years ago and 60 pounds ago for Dan Aykroyd. But anyway, Michael wants to get together sort of who's who of superstars to come in and sing this big collaborative song, and I'm thinking at this point in Michael's career, he would have a difficult time getting together a softball team. So far, he's got Tito, the other guy from Wham, and Rick James. And here's what I was thinking. Like, if you're going to get this all-star collection of singers together in one place, don't just do one song. Do a load of them, and then you're preloaded for the next disaster. You know what I mean? Be vague, but be passionate. Like Cyndi Lauper just being there like, we are Mexico, we're Turkey, we are Wisconsin, like just a huge list in case something goes down, and then you're ready. It's weird. It's like we had the relief song just before the actual hurricane actually hit. All right. Here's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is when George Burns died, they already had his obituary ready to go. I mean, it was in the paper before he hit the ground, you know? Just saying, let's think ahead, people. That's all I'm saying. All right, let's keep moving ahead. I want to talk about international news here for a second. A lot of countries are jumping in and making generous donations to the Gulf Coast region that was hit by the flood. Some more generous than others, a little in the weak department, like Panama has pledged 120,000 pounds of bananas. When you're a banana republic, don't give bananas as gifts. It just perpetuates a negative stereotype. Do we have to use all this stuff? Can't we just reuse some of these gifts? Like, you know, like when your grandma gets you that bad cologne, you just give it to your buddy at work. Here you go, buddy. Happy birthday. Like France, don't you have a birthday coming up? Yeah, here's some bananas. Doesn't it cost more to ship 120,000 pounds of bananas than the actual bananas are worth? And aren't they brown by the time I can't get them home from the damn market. They're black by the time I get them out of the car. What are you going to do with these bananas? You know, Panama's going to take them around the horn, too. Cuba has pledged to give us 1,100 doctors. And first off, who you kidding, Cuba? You don't have 1,100 college grads on that little cat turd you're living on. 1,100 doctors? Now this is a scam. We're gonna get 1,100 homeless people. Hey, Chico, put this lab coat on. Take the stethoscope out of your mouth. Get on the boat. Yeah. Iran's President Khatami has offered 20 million barrels of oil Iran is going to give to us with strings attached, though. Here's the deal. If we take their 20 million barrels of oil, we have to lift the sanctions we have on Iran, which is not really a gift at all, is it? I mean, it's like you get a flat by the side of the road, a guy pulls up and goes, oh, I got a can of Fix-A-Flat. You want it? And you're like, yeah. And he's like, start sucking. Yeah. Thanks, Iran. Thanks, but no thanks. And listen, here's the deal. We'll lift the embargo, you drop off the 20 million barrels, and then the embargo's back on. How about that? Yeah, there you go. All I'm saying is if we're going to be the great Satan, let's not disappoint. You know what I mean? All right, now we can go to break. We'll be right back with more Too Late after this. Welcome back to Too Late. I'm Adam Carolla. Jeffrey Ross will be out here in a couple of few. But first, you know, we get a lot of phone calls on this show. The problem is I don't take any of them. I was supposed to take 5 phone calls in the first act. We didn't get to any of them. I like the sound of my own voice. I think that's the problem. Well, not the actual sound of it, but you know, the idea part. I'm in love with myself. And I decided, look, we got to take some phone calls. We got to make it fast. We'll see how many we can take in as short a period of time as possible. And we're going to call it the lightning round. Scintillating. See if we can get 10 calls in 3 very arduous minutes. Put 3 minutes on the clock. All right. You ready? Let's rock. Scott, 22. What's your question?
When are you going to run for political office so I can quit my job and come work for your campaign?
Tomorrow, quit tonight. Just walk right in your boss's office and drop your pants, spread your cheeks. And then hightail it out here tomorrow morning. Remember, we film out of New York City. Who's next? David, 34?
Caller ID, your opinion.
I don't like it. There's nothing in it for me. When my mom calls, it's, oh, Christ, my mom's going to see this. All right, I'm embarrassed. Forget it. We're moving on. Patty.
Hey, Adam, what's your favorite hair color on women?
I like whatever matches the pubes. That's all. I want consistency. I don't want to be like, oh, ho, 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 ho. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Unless you're gray, then dye them both. Nate, 17.
Why have we built the garden?
Nate, are you 17 or 117?
I'm 17.
Really?
Yeah.
I picture you as about 6'9", 4,000 pounds.
Nope, I'm 5'7", 168.
Wow. All right, well, listen, take care of that thyroid problem. We got to keep moving. Sherry, 31. Sherry?
Hello.
What's up, baby doll?
Hey, who's the smartest female celebrity you've ever met?
Well, I'm going to say our guest, Jeffrey Ross. Thank you. He's not really a chick, but he does kind of have those man boobs. Chris! Oh, it's going to be uncomfortable when he comes out here. Chris, you're 19, lightning round. What's up?
Yeah, how do you get Jehovah's Witnesses to stop ringing your doorbell?
Oh, you gotta move. Because or you just gotta get like, you know what? Shotgun, rock salt.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like a mad hillbilly farmer.
Okay.
All right. Katie, 27.
Hey, Adam.
Hey, what's your question, Katie? Lightning round.
What do you think about moms and dads that buy their daughters fake boobs as graduation presents?
My feeling is I'm gonna, if I have a daughter, I'm gonna get her one fake boob, and if she's responsible, I'll get her the second one. And you take care of the one. Thanks. Yeah. She's gotta remember to feed it, clean it, and walk it, and she takes care of it a year later, I'll get her the second one. And then after that, a third and a fourth, and eventually, she's just gonna look like some weird berry. Dave, 23. Here we go, baby. Two more.
Adam, would you be willing to pay more for gasoline if they had strippers at every gas pump?
No brainer. Deb, 45. Come on. That counts. Wesley, you're 22. That counts too. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I think I got out with 1 second. So awesome. All right, we will take a break, and then we'll come back, and we'll have comedian Jeffrey Ross out here after that. Welcome back to Too Late with moi, Adam Carolla. Now it's time for tonight's top stories. Yeah, there it is. Joining me tonight is a dear, dear, dear friend and king of the roast, Jeffrey Ross. All right, let's jump right in because I got another Michael Jackson story tonight. He is trying to butch himself up, evidently. He's going to get a haircut. He's going to start pumping some iron. He's going to
be lifting bigger boys.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I felt up those kids.
Yeah. No, I think he's trying to butch it up so he kind of puts the pedophile label behind him. Well, first thing is, why don't you go a little easier on the rouge?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if I'm a guy and I don't want the weirdo tag hanging over me, I stop going with the Lee press-on nails and the eyeliner and then change my name to Mike.
Yeah, that's what he's doing?
Well, I would. Mike's your buddy. Mike ain't no child molester.
All right.
Yeah, Mike's the guy, you tilt a few beers with.
He's trying to be a little more manly, like LaToya Jackson.
Yeah.
He lives in the Middle East now, Michael Jackson. Bahrain.
Yeah.
He'll have fun there. There's a strip club there I've been to, shows a whole face.
Wow.
How do you get off making fun of my man boobs, by the way?
Yeah.
You're like the ugliest. You're like ugly for a comedian. And you make fun of my boobs. I don't understand how that works.
Don't squeeze them. Milk's going to come out. Listen, you shouldn't mess with the king of the roasters. It's really stupid.
Yeah.
Let's just move forward to...
This is great. If I want to see you sit in a chair all night, I'd go to your house. The preview channel has a bigger budget than this show.
I knew this was a mistake. Bob Denver, dead. At age 70.
Yeah.
Little buddy.
Hit on the head with a coconut.
Yeah.
Sad.
Now,
What do you think was sadder about Bob Denver? The fact that he died or that he was Gilligan?
You know what I liked about Gilligan's Island? He'd get hit on the head with the coconut and he'd lose his memory. And the only way to get it back, another hit with the coconut. And it's like, yeah, any neurosurgeon will tell you, more head trauma brings the memory right back. If only Ali had been punched more.
He would have still
right.
be fighting today.
Still be here today.
Yeah,
All right.
Gilligan, you know what it said on his tombstone, right? It said, here lies Bob Denver, not to be confused with John Denver, who's also dead. Too soon? Too soon?
Yeah.
For a Gilligan joke? Give me a break.
All right,
I read the paper. Gilligan survived by a chimp and an unknown Russian spy.
Let's keep moving and talk about Suge Knight, who was released from the hospital in Miami after he shot himself at the VMAs.
Yeah.
Evidently, he shot himself.
Apparently, he owed himself some money.
I like that one. Yeah, that's good. I'm scared to say anything about Suge Knight because
I'm not.
You're not. I know you're not. Why aren't you?
Because what kind of street cred is he going to get for killing a Jew comic?
Yeah.
Suge Knight.
Yeah. I'm just like, my thing about Suge Knight is, let's see that picture of Suge Knight again. Like, my only take is, the guy weighs 500 pounds and he ain't fat, which is scary. But the other thing is like, I feel sorry for the poor EMTs that had to get him in the gurney and get him in the back. Like, the ambulance must have just been wheeling down the road.
Yeah, they had to give him a helicopter out of there.
Yeah, I know. Plus, it's like the guy's on his cell phone smoking a cigar. Yeah, shot myself.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little nervous. I might need security to get out of here.
Take it back.
He did roll up on me once at Jerry's and act like, hey, funny man, I heard you've been talking about me. I'm like, what team do you play for again?
But at least you were at Jerry's, so you had your posse.
I had my...
You had Mel and Shlomo to back you up.
Corned beef crew in the house.
Yeah. Last story of the night, Donald Trump is going to be singing at this year's Emmys.
Is that true?
Yeah, because they're doing this whole, like, musical tribute to reality TV, and I think they're going to be singing.
Have we had enough natural disasters?
Yeah, I know. It just seems like a horrible idea. And here's the whole thing about Trump. Someone needs to lower this guy's self-esteem because he doesn't think there's anything he can't do, and I don't think there's anything he can do.
I got a great idea for a reality show. Maybe you can help me with this. Where former contestants of The Apprentice compete to see who gets to punch Donald Trump in the face.
Yeah.
It's called You, I Quit.
Yeah, I like that. That's Jeff Ross, everybody. I want to thank Jeff Ross for coming in here tonight. Jeff's going to be at the Leisner Auditorium in Washington, D.C. on October 1st, and we'll be right back with more Too Late after this.
If you're going to be in the LA area and want tickets to see Too Late with Adam Carolla, call 1-866-546-6984.
You could not tell you were reading that. You really couldn't. So flowing, so organic. Yes. All right, we got a little more show to go. Just enough time to do a new segment we call Adam Gets Heavy.
Adam Gets Heavy.
Yeah, dim those lights. You know, we make fun of old people in this country, and it doesn't make sense. Like, hey, looks like Grandpa crapped his pants, or old bag of bones. Doesn't make any sense because one day we're all going to become old people. if you want to make fun of a people, make fun of someone you're not going to become, like Puerto Ricans or albinos or albino Puerto Ricans. My point is you don't want to end up being the butt of a joke you made many, many years ago, and that was something called Adam Gets Heavy. Yeah. Thank you. Whew. I don't even know what that was. We can bring the lights back up, by the way. I'm done being heavy. I'm now going light again. I want to thank Jeffrey Ross for coming in here tonight. Leisner Auditorium in Washington, D.C., October 1st. And until next time, it's Adam Carolla saying mahalo.